The human mind is a remarkably complex thing. In many ways, it can feel like a small universe inside each of us, full of thoughts, emotions, and competing ideas. And sometimes, it can feel like that network is having a debate with itself. Have you ever noticed that your brain sometimes feels like two different people? One voice says, "You should really go to the gym today." Another voice immediately responds, or, "You could just stay in bed." One part of your mind wants to send that risky message. Another part says, "Maybe don't." It can feel like an argument happening entirely inside your own head. But this strange inner conflict isn't a flaw in how your brain works. In fact, it's exactly how your brain was designed to operate. Because the truth is, your brain isn't just one single decision maker. It's a collection of different systems, each with their own priorities, trying to guide your choices. And sometimes, they don't agree. One of the biggest reasons your brain argues with itself is that different parts of your brain evolved at different times. Some systems are ancient, designed for survival in a dangerous world. Others are much newer, designed for planning, reasoning, and long-term goals. One of the older systems is often called the limbic system. This part of the brain is deeply connected to emotions, rewards, and survival instincts. It reacts quickly. It wants comfort. It wants safety. It wants instant gratification. But another part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, located right behind your forehead, has a very different job. This region helps you plan ahead, weigh consequences, and make decisions about the future. It asks questions like, will this be good for me later? Is this the best choice long-term? So when you feel your brain arguing with itself, what you're often experiencing is these two systems pulling in different directions. One focused on immediate reward, the other focused on future outcomes. So how does this inner conflict actually show up in everyday life? The answer is, more often than you might realize. When you debate whether to eat something healthy or grab junk food. When you try to focus on work, but your brain keeps drifting toward your phone. When you want to save money, but something shiny catches your attention. In these moments, your brain isn't malfunctioning. It's actually doing something remarkable. Multiple systems are negotiating with each other, trying to determine the best course of action. It's a bit like having a small committee meeting inside your mind. Except, the committee members all have very different opinions. But why does this conflict sometimes feel like two different voices inside your head? One reason is something psychologists call inner dialogue. Many people experience an internal voice that narrates thoughts, questions decisions, and evaluates possibilities. This voice is often connected to the brain's language centers, working alongside decision-making regions. It helps simulate different outcomes. You might mentally rehearse a conversation before having it. Imagine how a decision could play out, or debate multiple choices internally. In a way, your brain is running tiny simulations of the future, and sometimes those simulations disagree with each other, which can make it feel like two different voices are arguing. Even though it can feel frustrating, this inner conflict is incredibly useful. If your brain only chased immediate rewards, long-term goals would be nearly impossible. But if your brain only focused on logic and planning, you might ignore emotional signals that protect you. The tension between these systems actually creates balance. Emotion pushes you toward opportunities. Reason slows you down long enough to evaluate them. Together, they help you navigate an incredibly complex world. So the next time you feel your brain arguing with itself, it's not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that multiple intelligent systems inside your brain are working together to guide your decisions. Inside your mind, there isn't just a single voice directing everything. There's a dynamic conversation happening between different parts of your brain, each one shaped by millions of years of evolution, each one trying, in its own way, to help you survive and succeed. And, sometimes, that conversation sounds a lot like an argument. But that inner debate may be one of the most fascinating features of the human mind, because it means your brain isn't just reacting to the world, it's thinking about it. And in a strange way, the fact that your brain argues with itself might be one of the very things that makes us human.